Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we are working on a Supro Thunderbolt amp. This is model S6420 and it has a 15-inch Jensen gold label speaker. Unfortunately, this Jensen speaker is blown, so we're going to replace it with a new one. Okay, let's begin. This is the replacement speaker, the Supro TB15, made by Eminence. I'll start by removing all the tubes from the amp, and I'll show you this in real time. Since I'm using one hand, I'll give it a rock back and forth. I always remove the power tubes by their bases by grabbing the base, rocking it back and forth as I pull gently up. Unplug the speaker. And I'm going to remove the chassis screws. These are on the sides of this amp. There's just 4 screws holding the entire amp. There is a quicker way to remove the speaker, and that is if you take the baffle off the front. The speaker is connected to the baffle. But if we did that, we wouldn't get to see the nice insides of the amp. If you're not familiar with working on tube amps, I'd say don't remove the chassis. If you touch the wrong thing inside, you could get a fatal shock. Just remove the baffle and remove the speaker and replace the speaker that way. There's a shield wire connected here. So you'll see I set the chassis down. I'll remove that shield wire before I go any further. As I lift the amp out, I'm very careful not to touch anything on the inside. A few cobwebs. Overall pretty clean for an amp that's about 50 years old. Here's where you can really see the budget of this amp. Instead of making a box chassis, they use pieces of wood to enclose it. Here's our speaker cable, which we'll remove. It's a pretty thin cable, so we'll just make a new one. All the speaker nuts were already loose, so I just removed them with my fingers. I would normally do this with the amp laying flat on a table, but for today's purposes I'll keep it upright. Here's some of the stuff that I found in the bottom of this old amp, and I'll give it a good clean with a damp paper towel. Here's the jack from the amp and the plug from the speaker. I'm going to do a time lapse of making a new speaker wire for this using the same plug. And I like to use shrink wrap on the positive connector just to ensure against any stray wires. Now I'll solder this new cable onto the new speaker. I double checked my connection inside the jack, so white is going to be positive. And I slowly, very carefully, line up the speaker holes with the studs before I gently put the speaker down. You'll have to turn the speaker off center because it won't fit behind the amp if it's straight up and down. That little gap at the bottom is necessary for clearance. Place your washers, place your nuts, tighten them up. I'm going to put the amp back in the cabinet, but before I do, I'm going to clean that little spot where the shield wire connects to the foil shield. And now I'll screw in my shield wire. Carefully replace my amp chassis. Plug my speaker back in. Replace my screws. I'll replace the tubes again in real time, so you can see that I do it very slowly. One of these tubes is missing a guide pin, so I'm extra careful about inserting it correctly. All set, ready to fire it up. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell for more.